The Fargo Fire Department is asking smokers to take better care of putting out their cigarettes after a small deck fire in South Fargo. Firefighters were called to 4961 44th Avenue South in Fargo right around 11:45 overnight after someone spotted a fire on a nearby apartment building's deck. Bruce Anderson with the fire department says the fire was small and mostly put out when crews arrived. The fire didn't get inside the building, but did burn a couple of deck boards. Anderson says it serves as a reminder to make sure to put cigarettes and other smoking materials completely out in a metal container. Luckily, no one was hurt. And we have new information on a deadly rollover in the Southern Valley that we first told you about yesterday on the Valley Today. The North Dakota Highway Patrol is now identifying the victim as 16-year-old Tanner Peterson of Foreman, North Dakota. Troopers say he was driving on Sargent County Road 4 just north of Cogswell Monday night when his car hit a deer and rolled multiple times in a ditch. Troopers say Peterson was thrown from the vehicle during the rollover and died at the scene. The North Dakota Highway Patrol is investigating a crash involving a motorcycle and a West Fargo police squad car. It happened last night at 6th Street and 12.5 Avenue East. Reports indicate the police car may have backed into the motorcycle. No one was hurt. The person riding the motorcycle declined medical attention. 4:32, let's get a check of that first alert storm team forecast with meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning.
Good morning. It's looking pretty good for us here today. Yet again, we do have some warm temperatures on the way. Yesterday, we didn't quite make it there in Fargo, but check out Roseau, one of our first cities in the valley to reach 80 degrees yesterday. We got to 81. Fargo, 78, still nice and mild and warm, and Grand Forks hit 77. And we're working on warming up yet again today. In fact, starting off our morning on an even milder note, we've got most places in the 50s and some spots starting off this morning so far in the low 60s. Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, Wadena, all at 61 degrees. It's 59 in Fargo and 57 in Grand Forks. And checking out your visibility, keeping an eye on things out west, especially seeing that visibility come down slightly, very slightly. It's not an impact right now, but something to watch out for here this morning as we are beginning our day. With the wind, well, it's still brisk. We've got it coming straight out of the south now, and we do have some gusts this morning. Even at 4 o'clock in the morning, typically we see our winds ease up overnight before that sun rises, but they are still going, and we've got a gust to 30 miles per hour in Jamestown, a 24-mile-per-hour gust in Fargo. Again, this is out of the south. Our radar and satellite map looking pretty quiet. We've got some quiet conditions for us here in the valley. Out to the west, you can see more clouds up by Bismarck and Minot on the radar here. But other than that, things are looking pretty good for us to start off our day today. So here's a look at how we can expect our day to go this morning. Starting off with those windy conditions and perhaps some clouds. And as we head into the second half of the day, we're going to see some temperatures that really do look quite nice. We're going to get back into the mid to upper 70s to yet again near 80 degrees. Still breezy, still having to put up with that wind. Not something that is a surprise to us here in the Red River Valley. And then heading into the afternoon again, very close to 80. And I would not be surprised if we saw 80 degrees in one or two spots yet again for today. So similar conditions basically to the last couple of days. Heading into the evening hours tonight, expect to watch those temperatures staying mild. 10 o'clock, still in the mid to upper 60s. Morning hours tomorrow, you can see our temperatures stay mild. We'll also see some increasing clouds as we head into tomorrow morning with temperatures in the upper 50s to some low 60s to start out the day. So yet again, some good news for you gardeners. Here's a look at our 7-day planner. We are going to be seeing again some quiet weather today and into tomorrow. Isolated chance for some rain coming up for Thursday night. And then Friday will be our next chance for some rain and some thunderstorms. Saturday, we take a break, but there is still a slight chance. Can't rule it out for some precipitation. Sunday will be our next round of rain. And you can see on those rainier days, we're a little cooler, but overall, we're doing great temperature-wise. For Memorial Day, dry, back into the mid-70s. Scaling back our highs a little bit. We still have chances of hitting 80 degrees. We're still in the upper 70s. It's just a few degrees difference here, but it's nice to see that 80 number, and it's still in our 7-day planner here in the forecast.
Even 70s feel like summer. I like it. Thank you, Lisa. After more than 2 months of only curbside pickup and delivery, many Minnesota businesses are eager to welcome back dine-in customers. Minnesota restaurant owners are about to get their marching orders for reopening. The group Hospitality Minnesota says the guidelines revealed today will focus on the 4 pillars of sanitation, personal hygiene, social distancing, and personal protection. But some restaurant owners worry about unknown requirements that could be announced, such as the potential need for glass barriers. Something like that could take a few weeks to get installed and could come close to the anticipated restart date of June 1st. Another 17 deaths have been linked to COVID-19 in Minnesota. This includes a Clay County resident in their 90s. The state's overall death toll is now at 748. 665 new positive tests were reported, with the active case total at 5,489. 545 Minnesotans are currently in the hospital, with 229 in the ICU. And another coronavirus-related death is being reported in North Dakota. It was a Cass County man in his 90s with underlying medical issues. The death toll linked to the virus is now 45. 37 of those patients died because of the virus. 4 died with the virus, and 4 death records are still pending. Another 63 cases are being reported statewide. 56 are those from Cass County. There are 680 cases considered active in the state. 490 are in Cass County. 32 patients are currently in the hospital. More money is coming in to pay for COVID-19 testing. North Dakota has been awarded more than $52 million from the Department of Health and Human Services. It was made available by the most recent legislation passed by Congress in response to COVID-19. Federal inspectors found some issues before the pandemic with a Fargo nursing home hit the hardest in the state by COVID-19. Villa Maria was cited for not having an infection and prevention control program in place and for infection control problems. The facility had 52 residents test positive for the infectious disease, the most in North Dakota. Valley Senior Living in Grand Forks has been cited as well this year for similar issues, including infection control problems. They've had 11 COVID-19 cases. You can find their statements on our website, valleynewslive.com. A secondhand store in Fargo is giving back to the community during this pandemic with free books. St. Francis Thrift Store on First Avenue South is handing out the books for both kids and adults, and they're doing it again today. Managers say they want to help keep people entertained while they're stuck at home.